All right, guys, let's talk about interpretation. So let's take, for example, tap drags, right? Now, the idea is that diddle needs to be right in between the accent and the tap that comes right after it. But has your instructors ever told you that your diddle is too early or is too late? And then you're just learning out and you can't tell the difference as to when exactly that happens. Like, how can you tell when the diddle is right exactly in the middle? Well, what really helps is knowing what it sounds like when it's early and when it's late versus when it's on time. So let's take a listen to early diddles. Okay, what about late diddles? Okay, so if you hear those, right, da 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 da, that means it's early. Or you hear da ra da ra da ra da, that means it's late. Okay, so that's real, like a really drastic version. But if you kind of like train your ears to kind of listen for that, then you'll be able to tell if you are coming early or late versus on time. Okay, so try that out, and then when you play, really listen for that. Try to listen for it if you are coming in early or you're coming in late on the diddle. That, when you work on that, is going to help you out with having good interpretation. And on a side note, if you ever go into teching or being an instructor, that's a huge thing, is to be able to tell when a student is coming in early or late, and to be able to tell them which is which versus playing it exactly right in the middle between the accent and the tap that's right after the diddle. What's up, everybody? It's Carl, aka Carl Drum Tech, and just got done with another one of my boot camp workouts for fitness, and yeah, I seem to always do these video blogs after these workouts because I think that working out in fitness is very much similar to drums or marching percussion or anything that you want to get better at. That's with everything. That's, you know, finance, health, you know, fitness, basket weaving. It's all the same in terms of just, like, you know, the parallels that you can take from it. And one of the parallels that I took is the concept of, well, first of all, this was brought up by a student who direct messaged me on Instagram, and they said, you know, hey Carl, you know, like I've been playing, you know, drums for about a year now, and like, you know, I seem to be less comfortable this year than I am last year, you know, with playing drums. Like, for whatever reason, this person was more comfortable playing drums last year, even though it was a struggle, compared to this year, where it seems like this person is struggling even more so and hasn't been able to build any comfort level after playing for a year. And the first thing that comes to mind when I give a response to something like that is, this is very much similar to what my trainer tells me when I'm working out or when they have us go through these boot camps, is that, like, she says that, because, you know, I'll struggle, I'll whine, I'll complain, I'll talk shit, and it's just like, what the heck? Why is this so freaking hard? And the response of my trainer is always the same. It's never supposed to be easy. No matter how much stronger you get, it's always going to be a struggle. It's always going to be hard. It might be more manageable, but the idea is that you will always be uncomfortable, you will always be struggling, and it will always be hard. So there will never be a point where you're just like breezing through a workout or breezing through boot camp, like, okay, cool, like I have enough experience, I'm strong enough to where, like, this is nothing now. Her whole goal is that as you get stronger, she makes the workouts even harder so that you are never ever comfortable, so that it's always every single time it's difficult. So that is the ultimate parallel, I think, to drums. Now, are you supposed to get to points where, like, you know, you're playing something like, let's say you're learning tap drags for the first time, and you play tap drags, and at first is really a struggle. You're not comfortable with it. It's so new. Your hands just don't know what to do. You can't control the timing of the diddle. You can't control your heights, and it's not comfortable at all. But over time, you know, you get more comfortable, and it's easier. You can play faster. You can control it. You can control the timing better, the heights better. You know, if your instructor tells you that you're too early on the diddle or too late on the diddle, you can easily adjust versus when you're first learning it and you have no control, and you can't, like, no matter what the instructor says, you just can't make the adjustment, right? But after playing it for a while, you have that control, it's easier and it's more comfortable. Do I believe that there's a point that you reach to where you are comfortable with certain things, of course, right? But the thing is, if you're always striving to be better, right? So like, let's say, okay, fine, you get better at tap drags and it's more comfortable for you, right? Well, what about playing it faster? Maybe at that point it's not comfortable. What about adding a flam so there's a flam drag? Okay, maybe now it's not comfortable. What about playing with a line of 5 people? Okay, cool, now that's not comfortable to try to play clean and adjust. What if now you are in a drum corps and now it's like 8 snares and 9 snares, whatever it is, and you try to play flam drag clean? There's always going to be a point where you are not comfortable. And the way I see it is that anytime you're not comfortable, you should embrace that. That should be a sign that you are getting better, that you are working towards something, and that you are on your way to greatness, right? So there should never be a point where you're 100% comfortable, because that means you're not growing, right? You pretty much said, okay, this is as good as I'm gonna get, and I'm not gonna try to get better because I wanna stay comfortable. Does that make sense, right? So it's a very, like, you know, it's a very damned if you do, damned if you don't, right? It's like you're damned if you are uncomfortable and you keep pushing yourself, because you're never gonna be comfortable. It's always gonna be hard, it's always gonna be a struggle. But then if you don't struggle, if you don't push yourself, then you're not getting better. Does that make sense, right? So it's almost like, what I'm trying to say is that you should always be uncomfortable. And what I'm trying to tell you is, yes, that is the new comfort level that you should be at. I mean, we live through our lives trying to find comfort, right? If it's too hot, we try to cool off. If it's too cold, we try to warm up. If we are tired, we try to be, you know, like relaxed. If we are too relaxed, we want to have more activity. If, you know, like, let's say, you know, you don't like the food you're eating, you want to try to eat something better. I mean, we're wired to try to find and search and seek out that comfort, right? And there's nothing necessarily wrong with that, okay? However, that also means that in many ways you are not growing. So if you are not comfortable, if you are comfortable in your craft, that just means you're not progressing. You're not getting better. You're not pushing yourself, because now you're comfortable, okay? So the new comfort level that you should be striving for is to be not comfortable. Does that make sense, right? So you should always strive for that feeling of, okay, this doesn't feel good, I'm not comfortable with this is really a struggle, you know, it's really awkward to try to do something new. And you know, that is the new standard that you have for yourself, is that you are always struggling, you're always not comfortable, because you know that you are growing and you're getting better and you're pushing yourself every step of the way. Does that make sense, right? So seek discomfort. That is the new comfort level. That is what I am hoping for you guys as you continue on your marching percussion or marching arts career. All right, cool. So thank you guys so much. If you've been watching, if you guys enjoy this video, please do me a favor, hit that like button, all right? Hopefully it's not too uncomfortable to do that. If you guys have any questions or comments or would like to add something to this conversation, please leave it in the comments below. If you have not subscribed yet, guys, it's not too much to ask, right? To get your subscription up to this point. I mean, if you've been watching my videos so far and you have not subscribed yet, we gotta have a talk. I mean, how many videos have you watched and you haven't subscribed yet? Come on now. It's not that hard, right? So hit that subscribe button. I would really appreciate it. And if you feel like this video has, if you think this video would be helpful to somebody else, please make sure you share this video with them. All right? So cool. Peace out. I'll see you guys in the next video, and catch you later. Hopefully you guys are having a great marching band season so far, and seek discomfort. It's gonna make you better. Trust me.